I'm talking about Fedor Emelianenko taking on Dan Henderson. It's going to be coming up soon. And I'm going to go ahead and say to you straight up what I think about the fight. I think it's fucking stupid. Are people going to tune in and watch it? Sure. Absolutely, man. Of course they're going to tune in and watch it. Of course. Why wouldn't they? You know, there's other good fights on the card. As a card, it's great. It's a really good card. But does it really need to have Fedor Emelianenko taking on Dan Henderson? Dan Henderson is the champion of Strikeforce, light heavyweight. Why does he need to fucking fight Fedor Emelianenko? Why does Fedor need to fight Dan Henderson? It straight up, it makes no sense to me. It makes zero sense at all. But what other fight is there for Fedor to fight? Apparently, because the tournament's going on. The tournament's happening right now, so that's my only thing I can grab from it. Why fucking fight Dan Henderson? The fight, I don't even get it, man. I mean, Fedor is coming off of 2 losses in a row, back to back. Henderson's coming off a great win, winning the title. Why are they fighting? What? Comment, man. Comment section below. Tell me why they're fighting. Why are these guys fighting? One guy is coming off a fucking title win. He won the title. And another guy's coming off 2 losses. They're a weight class apart. Why are they even fighting? Doesn't make sense. In Fedor Emelianenko's career, this doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Hey, you can beat up the guy in the weight class below you if that even happens. What does that say? I mean, if Fedor comes in here, wins, looks cut up like they made him look like in his last fight, which he came in and looked like any other fight, they made him look like he was fucking cut up with abs and fucking just amazing looking and a fucking specimen. They made him look like he was fucking badass. He came in, he looked just like any other match in the last 2 years. And I'm not disrespecting the guy, but it's like anybody knows in the last 2 years, in the last 10 years, he's never really looked like he's fucking cut up. He's never been cut up. But they made it look like he was fucking built to the hilt, ready to fucking, ready to go. And they made it look like that even more so in his fight with Fabricio Verdum. Excuse me, not Verdum. That was his first loss. Second loss, Silva. When he lost to Silva, build up to that fight, they made him look fucking like he was cut to the hilt. Fucking his legs are cut, his midsection's cut. He's been doing a different regimen. He's been, fucking total fabrication, man. It wasn't even fucking true. It's bullshit. Because Fedor Emelianenko is the kind of guy that's like, I never fucking said that I'm some fucking emperor or some god, that people have made me out to be. But, yeah, I can respect that. I'm sure that. But 31-3, man, the guy's still a badass. Going into this fight with Dan Henderson 26-7. Still, I mean, this is a very good fight to watch, but at the same time, it's like, why? Why? Two different guys, 2 very different weight classes, very different fighters. I mean, Dan Henderson is known for going down to middleweight. Why do we need him? Why do we need to see him fight Fedor Emelianenko at heavyweight or 205 or whatever weight class he's going to fight him at? Why do we even need to see that? I don't get it. But anyway, man. For the rest of this card, man, I mean, for what it's worth, Marloes Coenen taking on Miesha Tate. We all wanted to fucking see that a long time. We all wanted to see Miesha Tate fight a long time ago. She got an injury. She couldn't do it. Shit happened, and we got another fight. But Marloes Coenen and Miesha Tate, we want to see that. I'm fucking definitely down with seeing that. I'm not a huge fan of women fighting, but I'll take what I can get. And it should be a damn good fight. I'm drinking cheap beer tonight. Roll with it. Bud Light won't pay me anything. Robbie Lawler taking out Tim Kennedy. Fucking right, man. Should be a nice fucking fight. You got Tim Kennedy. Kind of a technical striker, good wrestler, good fucking just all-around tough guy, man. Robbie Lawler, fucking brute and brawn, I'll beat your fucking ass. So we'd love to see Robbie Lawler 18-7 taking out Tim Kennedy 13-3. I think it could be a bad night for fucking Tim Kennedy, but at the same time, Tim Kennedy's got what it takes to fucking take out Robbie Lawler. If he goes past the second round, I would say Tim Kennedy all the way. If he makes Robbie Lawler's assault past the very beginning of the second round, you know what I mean? Because Robbie Lawler's fucking from the get-go is looking fucking stand and bang, take your ass out. If he gets past mid-second round, I would say Tim Kennedy probably starts looking good for him. Other than that, I got Lawler taking it. Like I said, man, Kennedy in the later rounds, we'll get it. Later in the fight, I should say. Tyron Woodley taking out Paul Daly. This is a fucking toss-up for me, man. I like Tyron Woodley, but you know what? If Tyron Woodley doesn't get this to the ground, he's going to be in fucking trouble, I think. This is my opinion. Just my opinion. There's a lot of fucking Tyron Woodley fans out there, including myself. I like Tyron Woodley. I think he's a good fighter. He's 8-0, though. And he's taking out somebody that's got well over 40 fights under his belt. He's got a lot more experience than Tyron Woodley, but doesn't have that great experience on him off his back. So Tyron Woodley should do this smart and don't fucking go haymakers, fucking punch for punch with Paul Daly. Paul Daly's put people's fucking careers to sleep doing that shit. So take him down and do what you can. Beat him on the ground. Take him down fucking repeatedly. It makes for a lame fight, I know it, but you know what? I want to see Tyron Woodley preserve his fucking career. I don't want to see him fucking go in there and fucking try to bang with a guy like this, a guy like fucking Paul Daly, and get his fucking ass wrecked and get his first fucking knockout loss. But, hey man, we've seen it happen already. We've seen it happen several times. Scott Smith taking on Tarek Safady. Tarek Safady is fucking well-rounded everywhere. Scott Smith, we know as of lately, I'm not gonna knock the guy. I've always been a fan of him. I'm digging Scott Smith. His recent knockout win over Kung Lee, fucking badass knockout, of course. That got avenged, and it was I think it was a fight after that he had a hard time too. It hasn't been a great road for Scott Smith as of recently, but 17-8 is not a horrible record. He's going against Tarek Safady. Tarek Safady is still fairly new. So, I mean, Scott Smith's got the experience, but Scott Smith has been known for a stand and bang fighter. Tarek Safady can really take it anywhere he wants. Tarek Safady is strictly, not strictly, but predominantly karate. He's had a little bit of jiu-jitsu background. So I think if Scott Smith gets Tarek Safady on his back by some crazy reason, if it happens, I don't expect it to, but excuse me, I'm going to kind of weigh in a Tarek Safady kind of direction. But I've said it once, I'll say it again, I'll say it a fucking 1,000 times. Scott Smith can surprise you in any fight. He surprised the shit out of me in the fight with Kung Lee. Because Kung Lee fucking had him beat, and he fucking came back, knocked Kung Lee's fucking ass the fuck out. But Kung Lee was also coming off a long layoff, so you gotta buy him a little bit of but you know what happened, man. So Scott Smith can never be counted out. Always got the punching power. Lyle Beerbomb taking on Cavalcante. Beerbomb's looked pretty good through his career. I think with 15 wins, he's seen some pretty mediocre fighters. Not to rag on the guy. Cavalcante's probably seen a little bit better competition, in my opinion. I'm going to weigh in Jay-Z's area. I think Beerbomb looked pretty rough in his first loss. Not his second, but his first loss looked pretty fucking bad. I'm going to move along, though. There's another woman fight. Julie Kedzie versus Alexis Davis. I don't know shit about either of them, to be honest with you, man. They haven't been on the Strikeforce map. Not at all. But hopefully it's a good fight. But moving along to different fight cards, because I haven't really been in touch with you guys as of late, we're going to move along to UFC 133, Evans taking on Ortiz 2. One thing I want to really kind of point out in this match, Ortiz is coming in taking place of Phil Davis. Phil Davis is supposed to take on Evans. I've been impressed with Phil Davis. I like him. I like what he's what he does, what he represents, whatever. But at the same time, he doesn't have the experience of Rashad Evans. He doesn't have the experience of Tito Ortiz. So I think it's kind of good that Phil Davis is not at this point just yet. I think the injury's good. I think the injury's a good idea, whether it's fucking true or not. I'm not saying it's fake. Don't get me wrong. But not saying that Tito Ortiz is, they're touting this as, Tito is back. Holy shit, Tito is back. He's taking on Rashad, part 2, you guys already heard my thoughts on Tito Ortiz fucking months ago, years ago, whatever. Tito's a fucking jag-off. I think he's had every excuse under the belt. He's had every fucking excuse It's fucking ridiculous, man. I thought I won the fight when he got his fucking ass handed to him. He got fucking beat by Matt Hamill. You know what I mean? No disrespect. I like Matt Hamill. I like him as a person. I think he's generally a nice, a good guy. You know, whatever. I usually tend to fucking like the good guys, good humble guys, whatnot. But he got fucking schooled by Matt Hamill, and Matt Hamill learned from him. You know, for the most part. Came in there and fucking schooled Tito's ass. Tito was basically on the fucking verge of, you're done. Tito said it himself, I had to beg for my job. Tito said in the past, I'm not going to fucking help these young guys, you know, I'm not going to help these guys fucking build their careers off of me. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to face the top guys. Well, the UFC came back and said, you know, you're not even in the fucking realm to fight any top guys anymore. You got to fight some of these lower guys in order to fucking prove yourself. So what did he say? Oh, I'm in the area where I have to fight some of these lower guys now in order to prove myself. Oh, I have to do, you know, of course you do, dude. Because you've gotten your ass handed to you for the last 5 years. That's why I'm not buying it yet. Okay, one win off of a guy that's been blown up for the past 2 years. Ryan Bader's been blown up beyond belief. Not taking nothing away from the guy, but he doesn't have enough experience yet to really fucking beat down on a fucking experienced fighter. He just doesn't have it yet, in my opinion. Like I said, man, I'm not dissing on fucking fighters, but, you know, at the same time, there's got to be a specific opinion here. And in my opinion, Ryan Bader just don't have it yet to go into the top 10, top 5, and fucking compete. You just don't have it. You don't have the experience. UFC has their way of pushing unexperienced fighters right into the top 10. What else choice do they have? You know, take a look at the UFC's fucking light heavyweight division. It's pretty fucking unstacked, man. Somebody's going to argue with me on that. That's cool, man. But you know what? I looked at it a few months ago and I looked at it recently, man. It's not that fucking stacked. It's my opinion. But Vitor Belfort taking out Akiyama. I don't even see the point. Akiyama looked fucking horrible in his last fight. You know, yeah, granted, fucking Vitor Belfort didn't look that great against champion Silva. Anderson Silva fucking one kick done, whatever it was. But Vitor Belfort, I mean, punch for punch versus Akiyama. Akiyama looked great like 4 years ago. Akiyama now could barely even fucking compete with fucking Chris Lieben. Why is he getting a fight with Vitor Belfort? I don't get it, man. This should be a good fucking match for Vitor Belfort. It should be. If Akiyama has any fucking luck in this fight, fuck Vitor Belfort, man. He might as well quit. Because Akiyama looks bad these days, man. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. He doesn't look that good these days. His fucking age is catching up with him. I know I'm a bad guy for saying that, because there's fighters that are of age, and you like to argue with it, but man, late 30s, fucking early 40s, you're less likely to fucking be able to hang in there and fucking stay afloat and fucking stay kicking ass than you are in your early 30s. It's just a fucking fact, man. I'm not trying to piss anybody off, it's just a fact. Alessio Sakara taking out Jorge Rivera. Both these guys are good fucking strikers, man. Good strikers, but you know, Jorge Rivera got made a bitch out of by fucking Bisping of all people. I'm not even going to get on Bisping, man. Not even going to go there, man. But Alessio Sakara, we've seen him fucking put to sleep with a quickness. But